Welcome back to Avowed, everybody. We're here in, I guess the Warden Council's meeting room. We spoke with them in the last episode, and we got absolutely nothing of value out of them, I don't think. Current quest: our dreams divide us still. After using the Akedan device you found in Nakokubal to decipher the location of the garden, the time has come to enter Galawain's tusks and find a path to Sapadal's prison. Well, now we need to locate the Steel Garrote. The Warden Council was unable or unwilling to tell you about another route into the garden. Your only lead is to locate the Steel Garrote in Galawain's tusks. They are also searching for the garden. Yeesh. And then we have this borders or boundaries of antiquity here that apparently I did not click on. But there's an expedition team out here that we need to find. There's a lot of things for us to do once we get outside, but we're not quite ready to go outside yet. Just want to speak to a couple more people in here before we hit the road. And in here is Commandant Mihala. Let us speak with her real quick, or see if we can anyway.
Still lingering, Adiran?
We need to talk about Petru.
Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me.
Oh.
What about him?
Okay, so this is the time in the game when everything freezes up. There goes her mouth. Yeah, every time I start the game now, it'll do that for a few seconds, but then it's mostly fine after that. We don't need to talk about that. So anyway, he's away on an errand for me. What about him? We could say a pretty lie, but we both know that's not what happened. We could say, did you imprison him, or did nature finish him off for you, or bullshit, where is he? Apparently we know what happened with Petru, so we know that she's lying.
Pompous Adiran. I don't know how you found out, but I'd warn you to stay out of the Council's business. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solus and go against his oath. If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe, and he will stay far away from Solus until he can be trusted again.
Uh-huh. Well, we could say imprisoning those who have different ideas than you is wrong, Mihala. We could say you're right to protect your people, even if that means going to an extreme. Or if Petru is still alive, I'll find him. You can't stop me. Interesting. I do believe this, though. I do believe this is something my character would say. Imprisoning those who have different ideas than you is wrong.
You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Adiran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith.
So Petru's alive, but he's on Mihala's bad side. Honestly, dying's probably easier.
Yeah, so, okay, game. Okay, let's do some spinning here. This is part of a different quest where we're supposed to find somebody here. Petru, the warden captain, has disappeared under suspicious circumstances. We're supposed to investigate the abandoned warden tower. One of the guards, Mina, directed you to an abandoned warden tower outside of Solace. She thinks it may hold some clues to Petru's whereabouts. Yes, indeed. Let's see, my quest marker still has a little exclamation point there, so maybe I have some things completed here that I need to click on. Maybe right here. Oh, okay, this one here, Forged of Star stuff. Yeah, that stupid weapon that I had the Forge Master create for me. I say stupid, I don't know. We'll try it out, but that's just not my character, you know. My character is a ranger, not a arquebusier, or however you pronounce that. Well, we already looked in this guy's office. Golly, game, calm down. What are you acting like this for?
Envoy.
What? Oh.
I just wanted a word before you went on your way.
Interesting that Vanguard Scout is down here. It's usually at the top. Let's see. Wanted to squeeze in a few more insults on the way out? If you're about to make me an apology, save it. I don't care. We could just raise an eyebrow quizzically and say yes. Or as a Vanguard Scout, we could say, if you're going to knife me in the back, you'll need to be sneakier than that. I don't really like any of these. Let's just say yes.
I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help.
You disagree with her? What is going on in Solace Keep? Or she's risking lives for the sake of pride? It's obvious he disagrees with her. What the heck is going on here?
There are just not enough resources to go around. And it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath.
We could say she did seem quite passionate. We could say, so you're a two-faced coward. We could say you still owe me an apology. We could say you're picking your battles, or this feels like a difficult situation. I mean, I understand what he's doing and why he's doing it. In front of her, he's like, oh, I totally agree with you. But then, you know, behind her back, he's like, okay, this is how it really is. I understand that. So I think he's picking his battles is what he's doing.
I am. I know I can't win all of them. And I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me?
What do you want from me exactly? Or whatever you're angling for, I'm not interested. All right, well, what do you want from me?
The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradise could provide. If I could only start the conversation.
Count me intrigued. Assuming I can help, what will you give me in return? Trade agreements aren't in my specific wheelhouse, I'm afraid. Why haven't you started a conversation? Or I'm not interested in solving your problems. Well, why haven't you started a conversation? I mean, I think I already know the answer, but let's see what he says.
Mihala won't have it. Our isolation here is not elective, but imposed on us by her. And Nandru, and our long traditions. Tradition is a tricky thing to end, Envoy. People become attached, don't they, to the old ways of doing things? Even when those old ways are killing them. I have tried to broach the topic of trade with her many times, as have my predecessors with her predecessors, and clearly we have gotten nowhere.
What is she afraid of? What is she afraid of?
Outside influence. The call of the wider world. She doesn't voice it, but she fears that if our wardens know the comforts of the lands beyond our borders, they will want to leave the tusks.
She's right. There's a whole world out there free from all the Saka and misery of Solace.
Then why shouldn't they leave?
I would rather abandon every tradition and forget who we are than watch my people suffer needlessly for pride.
Well, we could say it's more than pride. Your traditions make you who you are. Or we could say the other things. Count me intrigued, trade agreements. I'm not interested. I mean, I don't really like any of these. I mean, this makes it sound like we're siding with Mihala. This one, I don't really like asking for something in return, because I'd like to think my character would do it just because it's the right thing to do. Trade agreements aren't in my specific wheelhouse. I don't know. I feel like my character probably does know how to make trade agreements. I don't know. I just feel like he does. And this is certainly not true. So I guess we're going to ask, what will you give me in return?
Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might.
Oh.
You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman.
Why are you telling me this? You knew about the Stilgarot the whole time? You've told me all I need to know, I must go, or why didn't you tell Mahala? Sheesh. So you knew about the Stilgarot the whole time?
I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care.
What about duty? Or no wonder you're so afraid of Mahala, you're a traitor. Or what then is of importance to you? Well, I mean, I feel like we already know the answer to this. I'm not going to just simply call him a traitor, because I do understand why he's doing what he's doing. But yeah, what about your duty to protect the garden?
Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe.
Can't argue with him on that.
The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us.
Ambassador Heelgard is a reasonable man. You don't need Ludwin's support. You misunderstand the Ambassador's relationship with the Inquisitor, or you have nothing to offer Adir. You really don't need Ludwin's support, dude.
It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Usundan mind?
Solace Keep is just a place. You're looking for a way to help your people, aren't you?
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold.
That's a sensible trade in my book.
Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people.
I knew you were a fucking snake. I'm sure Mahala would love to hear this, or you have a point. Hopefully Mahala will see it. Wow. Interesting that, 2 of the 3 are against him. Marius said a word I don't think I've heard before. Usundit. A Lember expletive similar to God's damn it. Okay. I guess you have a point. Hopefully Mahala will see it.
Kind words I did not think I would hear. I doubt she will, though. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adirans think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger.
You're a fool if you believe giving Adir a crumbling castle will protect you from them. It would change you all, or I wish you well, but I want nothing to do with this. I mean, you do realize that this is going to change everything, right?
Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand.
Huh. Regardless of what you think, I will find it, or you're allowed your opinions and I will have mine. Well, regardless of what you think, I'm going to find it.
You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too.
Uh-huh. Inquisitor Ludwin is out of control. The Steel Garrote are unpredictable. They may force my hand. The thought had never crossed my mind. The Steel Garrote are my countrymen. Or if I see Ludwin, she's dead. Sorry. I mean, they're pretty unpredictable. They may force my hand.
I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also...
what is it? Goodbye, Kostya, or glare stoically? Well, what is it?
Well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy.
Well, it's a Vanguard scout. We could say when outposts go dark, it's never good. You could say, I'll go to them. Where can I find these living archives again? You could say, perhaps if I could spare the time, or find another errand boy, Kostya. Yeah, I'll go. Where can I find him?
They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of xaurips between here and there. Look for Elder Grigor at the archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
Tough position, but I believe he's trying to do right by his people.
You have nothing to say about that, Marius? You can see on the left-hand side of the screen, Kai, Marius, and is that Jada, I think, would like to speak with us, so we'll have to go back to camp here pretty soon. So, did I misunderstand that? When we first started talking to him, he said that he might know somebody who might know where the garden is. I thought he mentioned somebody that we could talk to, but I don't think he ever said who it was. So did I misread that? Again, we still need to locate the Steel Garrote. Kostya informed you that the Steel Garrote can be found in the mines in Mount Forja. So I guess that was the information that he had that would help us find the garden. I could have swore he said he knew somebody we could talk to, but apparently I misread that or misheard or something. Well, I think it is time for us to leave this place. That's going the wrong way. Although it does seem to be pointing me in that direction. It's just pointing me down. So let's go ahead and pull the lever here and take this elevator down.
Any news, Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. No, the Council's still going at it. You know how Mihala is.
Well, Saka, fine. Come find me when they're free. Won't be able to do anything until I talk to Mihala.
Of course, Captain. And, good luck.
This guy anything new to say?
Make it quick, Adirin.
Never mind. It's pretty quick. Lighting's neat. Look at that. Sun shining in through there. Long shadows. Well, the marker's pointing us outside of the city, so... the keep. Let's get to it. Back out to Galawain's Tusks we go, and that's where I want to go anyway. I want to explore Galawain's Tusks. We have a lot to do, lot to see, lot to explore here on Galawain's Tusks.
An outlander.
We've already talked to these people.
An outlander.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, Pargrunin are done for.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind.
Your
Council
kind.
members are having real food, not this rot they've been serving.
Better than whatever they're feeding the outlanders, right? I think so, anyway.
I can't wait for a promotion. I bet that's when I get dessert.
You really need to toughen up. I swear, they let anyone into the ranks these days.
Well. Oh, whoop.
Suck, I lost count.
Talk less, work more. They're not paying us to chip.
What's the point anyway? This is going to rot in a few days.
Do you know which of these boxes we haven't inspected? I can't remember.
What is this? Oh, it's one of those, like, boar things. Wow. Well, back out here to the smoky tusks. It's a volcano. Keeping the sky dark. Well, let's take a look at the map. Here we are at Solace Keep. Here is a camp we could rest at. Here is a quest giver down here. So we still have more quests to pick up. And I think that probably we should go ahead and head south and pick up this quest before we explore everywhere, because this quest is probably going to send us somewhere on this map. So we'll do that. Let's go to this camp here, and then we'll go south to this quest. But we're going to just go ahead and walk there, I think, since this is like really only our second time walking through here. And I want to get a good look at the scenery here. It's a cool looking volcano, but again, it just doesn't look real to me. Talked about how much Shatterscarp looked real, looked like a real place, looked like a place I've actually visited in real life. This, it just doesn't look real. Which, I mean, you know, not every video game location needs to look real, but in a game like this, I would prefer things to look real. Look at the keep over there. Pretty neat. Not really sure I understand Kostya's plan of giving up the keep, though. I mean, where would his people live? Are they just all supposed to leave? Let's go ahead and set up party camp here. Wait a moment and see if anybody has any group chat. Anybody want to chat?
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
Did not.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by non-Druze centuries ago.
Same story everywhere. Though, much of Rauatai's history is recorded in chants, so half our debates are sung. It doesn't resolve our feuds, but it does make them more entertaining.
Do you think there's hope for the Council? Or are they too stuck in their ways?
Do I look like an Usundid politician? There's a reason I spend most of my time as far from civilization as possible.
Well, I'd vote for you, dearie. If only to see you squirm.
Alright, let's see what Marius has to say.
Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories, not all happy ones.
Did something happen to you here, or Commandant Mihala seemed to think highly of you, or what's on your mind? Well, Commandant Mihala seemed to think highly of you.
She took an interest in me when I first came to Solace. No idea why. I was an outsider and a child. She had every right to make me someone else's problem, but she didn't.
She must have seen something in you, or Mihala has a bigger heart than she lets on. Well, I don't know how her character would know that. I guess she must have seen something in you.
I struggle to see it myself. Maybe my mirror's dirty. Just makes it harder coming back, after the way I left things here.
Well, did something happen to you here, dude?
I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left.
Yeah, that doesn't seem so bad. Oh, I see. How dare they treat you with kindness and generosity, who they think they are. They took you in from where exactly, or why did you leave? I think we already know the answer to this, but let's ask. They took you in from where?
That, I don't know. I think it has something to do with those memories we talked about. That village. I feel like I'm being pulled in that direction, but I don't want to go there. Really don't want to go. Over the years, I started getting the feeling I was lied to, like everyone in Solace knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters.
You think they were hiding something about your past? They probably just wanted to make you feel safe. That's very suspicious behavior, or it's time to stop obsessing about your childhood and grow up. So do you think they were hiding something about your past?
Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it.
Take a moment, Marius. Breathe. I can see why you might want to get away from all that. You have to know that was all in your mind, or you sound like a madman. I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there and they all knew it. I can understand that. I can see why you might want to get away from all that.
I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. And here I am, back again. Funny how things work out. Anyway.
Oh, I guess that's it.
If I must.
Kai and...
What do you do with everything you whittle?
It depends. Sometimes I'll leave them a can. Sometimes I'll keep them for later.
But what if you find something out and about that you want more and oops, your pack is full?
Oh, then I'll leave something else behind. Never been one for collecting stuff anyway.
Sometimes I can't even talk to you.
All right. Jada?
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack.
Mihala is just trying to protect her people. Kostya seemed more innovative in his thinking, at least. Or what kind of unconventional equipment? Yeah, don't leave that hanging. What kind of unconventional equipment?
A corporeal inverter. In layman's terms, it replaces living things with dead things by killing them. Maybe it wasn't my smartest investment, but I thought it had research potential.
Okay. Anyway, back to what we were talking about a moment ago. Kostya seemed more innovative in his thinking.
If the steel garrote is what passes for innovative, then Solace is in deep trouble. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you.
Wherever I go, I have to prove myself to strangers. Or no one should enter the garden, but we're going to do it anyway. Or they don't care. I don't fit in with their traditions. I think this is it. They don't care.
That's all right. I prefer the company of misfits and rejects. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way.
Okay.
Thanks for talking.
Mm-hmm. Anything else before I talk to Kai?
If you were in the Navy, does that mean you sang on ships?
Always. Helps pass the time, gives your work a rhythm. Why?
I heard you singing under your breath in the last fight. Then you were stabbing on beat.
I didn't even realize. How'd you notice?
It's the curse and blessing of having very large ears, dearie.
Well, guess the Navy left me with something useful after all.
I am going to need you to teach me that song, though. I wonder if it'd improve my spellcasting.
As if you need my help for that.
Flattery will get you everywhere, dearie.
All right, Kai, what's up?
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change.
What do you think about Kostya's plan for a deal with Adir? I guess we'll ask that.
I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it.
Well, we could say he's right, obviously. We could say it's reckless. He's betting his people's future on a risky deal and assuming they'll adapt. He shouldn't make that kind of decision on everyone's behalf, or it's a good deal for Adir. Jeez, I don't really like any of these. I don't know if he's completely right. I mean, I think he's right that they need outside help, but I don't know if he should, like, give up the keep. I mean, that's where they live. It just seems extreme, but I guess if that's all you've got to give up. Is it reckless? I don't know. Is it? I mean, either Adir accepts or they don't, so I guess I don't see what's so reckless about it. He shouldn't make that kind of decision on everyone's behalf. Well, I mean, he's been trying to get Mahala to agree with him, and she won't, so what else is he supposed to do? Or it's a good deal for Adir. I don't see my character saying that. So what do I say here? I guess he's right.
Yeah, it's too bad Mihala can't see it. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land.
Well, we have enough intellect to say, come on, dying out and aggressive conquest aren't the only options. We could say, would the peoples you've absorbed into your empire feel differently? We could say that explanation simplifies a messy and often violent history. Or we could say Rawatai is one of the world's most prosperous and expansive empires because of that boldness. Geez, I don't know. Rawatai has grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we'd stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. I mean, I guess these aren't the only options, dying out or aggressive conquest.
Fair enough, and that's not exactly the choice in front of the Pargrunin either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands?
They know how to survive in the tusks. They should stay here. Anything's better than this. They should take their chances elsewhere, or that's not for me to say. do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? I mean, that's not for me to say. I mean, he's asking what we think, and then we're like, that's not for me to say. It's a lame response. I don't know, man. I'm thinking anything's better than this. They should take their chances elsewhere.
I only hope they get that chance.
Okay, that's all.
I'll be here if you need me.
Well, again, this thing keeps telling me there's an upgrade available, and I don't think there is. Doesn't look like I have anything that I want to break down. That's not where I do upgrades. Where do I do upgrades? Over here. Yes. Anybody want to say anything? Oh, you do.
I have a theory.
Oh, do tell.
I believe our souls have awareness independent of conscious thought. Dreams, instincts, reflexes, appetites. These are all facets of our ethereal self. A subconscious, if you will.
Fascinating. Do you have any idea what this subconscious wants?
If I had to guess, my soul has no love of confinement. It wants to escape, to be free.
I assume my soul wants pampering and finer accommodations. But not better company, at least.
My soul just wants to be left alone in silence for once.
For me, it's pie. Pie all the way down.
I feel as if we're scratching the surface of an entirely new field of animancy. If only I had the time to pursue it.
Huh? See? No upgrades. Why do you keep telling me I have upgrades, game? I don't have any upgrades, so cut it out. No upgrades. Stop it. We've got our superb bow here, which can no longer be upgraded. I'm going to play around with Moonstrike here a little bit. And looks like if I had more Blackwood Branch, I could upgrade it. Can I get me some more Blackwood Branch? I need, what, 4 more? Is that what it said? 4 more Blackwood Branch. Blackwood Branch. I can only craft 1 of these. So, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, game. But, I cannot upgrade that. I can't upgrade the Star of Unbeing because I don't have enough of this Adra Bond stuff. Same with Desert's Bounty. Same with my hide. So, I was just annoyed that the game keeps telling me that I can upgrade. I can't. Quit telling me that. I cannot upgrade. Oh, wait a minute. Adra Bond. Can I make an Adra Bond? Oh, I could make 2 of these. All right. Okay. Now I can upgrade. What do I think? I want to upgrade my my hide, really. I think that's what I want to do. I don't really use either of these very much, but I'm always wearing my hide. So let's upgrade our hide to legendary. Okay, our hide is now legendary. And if we want to go any further, we need Dragon Hide and Blood Writhe something. I can't even read it. Blood Writhe Toadstool. And man, I don't remember seeing either of those. Oh, we also need 5,000 coin. I don't remember seeing Dragon Hide or Blood Writhe Toadstool. I guess these are things that we're going to find here in the tusks. Looks like I can go ahead and craft some Blood Writhe stuff, so let's go ahead and craft 3 of those for this. But I need 4 dragon hides. And oh wait, here it is down here. I need 4 of these. Oh, I can do it. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, but I don't have 5,000 coin. So I have the materials, but I don't have the coin. How do you like that? All right, we'll get coin. Don't worry about that. You know we will. Well, let's go ahead and end our night here. We will just exit here. And, man, I mean, I think we need to take Marius with us because, you know, we're walking around the tusks. If anybody knows the tusks, it's Marius. And I really like hearing what Kai has to say. I guess we'll go with these 2 still. Okay, so I want to go south here to this quest. So that's what we're going to do. Here there's some xaurips over there. I'm going to try to avoid them for now. I mean, we're going to have to fight them eventually. But we need to walk past Daiko to get over there. Daiko, you have picked a strange place to set up camp, man.
Ah, it's you again. Please say you're just here to buy things and nothing else.
Sure. Well, I was wondering if I had something that I could sell him to get up to 5,000, but I don't really think I do. I mean, yeah, there's all this stuff here that I'll never use, but I don't know, I just don't feel right selling unique items, even if I'm never going to use them. I don't know, it's dumb, but that's just how it is, right? We have 107 Stelgare leather, but who knows, maybe we use that to make other things. Boy, we have a lot of stuff. Holy moly, we have a lot of stuff. I'm not going to mess with that. We're just going to keep going south to this quest giver, who is also standing a little too close to the xaurips.
This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them.
Okay, so maybe he's going to ask us to get rid of the xaurips, which we're going to do anyway. What's up, Pargrun Outcast?
What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by xaurips. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salos steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The xaurips used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south.
What have the xaurips done with the homestead? Need help with the xaurips? How'd everything get so bad in the first place? Or sorry, I need to keep going. How did everything get so bad in the first place?
The usual way. Not enough resources. Too much paranoia. Surviving on a farm isn't easy. The last people to live on that farm were a pair of brothers who started thinking one or the other had the plague. Before that, there was a married couple who died rather tragically. There are some Pargrunen living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the wardens. If someone got rid of the xaurips, they might be able to shelter here, maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with the xaurips, but I hope you do.
Oh, okay. Just like that. Just like that. I'm gonna crouch down so these guys don't see me. When we were talking to that guy, I saw somebody in the background. Maybe it was just that dude over there. I think it was just him in the background. Anyway, a home for outcasts is somehow the quest that's selected now. A farm in Galawain's tusks has been overrun with xaurips who fled from the north. A scout representing a group of Pargrunen outcasts asked you to clear out the farm so they can use it as a home. Well, like I said, we're gonna do this anyway. So here it is. Here's this weapon that I got. My character really isn't spec'd for this weapon, but this weapon, at least numbers-wise, does so much more damage than the superb bow. I'm gonna equip the superb bow and then hover over Moonstrike so you can see the difference. I looked at this before. It has almost twice as much physical damage. Matter of fact, it has a little more than twice as much physical damage. It does have twice as much stun. However, it does use more stamina and has less critical hit chance. But it also has Andra's Scorn. Power attacks deal moderate frost accumulation to nearby enemies. It also has Freezing Lash. Hits deal plus 10% bonus frost damage. I mean, it seems like a pretty powerful weapon, even if my character isn't spec'd for that kind of thing. I mean, I'm really heavy into the ranger stuff. And, let's see, where's some of the stuff that I have that's related to sniper? Here we go. Well, it says increases ranged weapon damage. I mean, it just says ranged weapon, and the arquebus is a ranged weapon. It doesn't say it has to be a bow and arrow. And then this one right here says marksmanship increases damage with bows and guns. And again, holding your power attack with a bow or gun. So maybe we are spec'd for this thing. It's starting to look like we are. Well, let's see what this thing does. What kind of havoc we can wreak here. We're pretty far away. Oh, almost killed him in one shot. Okay, so the reload is very slow. That's going to be a problem. Okay, that didn't do much damage to him at all. Alright. Well, we'll see. I mean, this is an excellent opportunity to use this weapon because we're at a distance. We're not being attacked. I mean, might as well bring the bear out, right? There's a lot of Xaurup over here. Marius is on fire, it would seem. You okay, Marius? I guess I'm too far away. My bear's looking at me like, what do you want me to do? I want you to go attack these Xaurups. That's what I want you to do, buddy.
On your left.
On my left? Who? Oh, these guys up here.
Next one's mine.
Okay, got that guy. I wanted to get up here. I don't know what that symbol is at the bottom center of my screen. But I guess it's related to my weapon. Holy cow, did I get them all? Did I?
They could have traded with Thirdborn or Fior. Why struggle like this?
Could have traded with Thirdborn or Fior. Yeah. Well, let's pick up this essence here. Magrun's Fury here. Health potion here. Are there more Xaurups I need? I guess there's more than one camp I need to clear out. Where are we? We're right here. Oh, okay, so there's a bunch of places we need to defeat Xaurups, not just here. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was too easy. I do hear a sparkly coming from the right. Twinkly, sparkly, whatever. Oh, somebody named Marina. Marina's journal. 2827 AI. It's been a few years since I found great-grandmother Marina's writings of her life in Solace. I thought about this for so long, but I finally know that I need to retrace her steps. I need to return to my ancestral home. Though I may never see Stalwart or my family ever again, I can no longer ignore this calling. 2830 AI. The journey to the living lands was incredible. Traveling through Ir Glanfath, I didn't think it was possible for so many trees to be in one place. And the people of the Deerwood were just as hospitable as I'd heard. Traveling by boat was not the most pleasant experience, but luckily I'd earned enough coin from odd jobs that I didn't have to lend my services as part of the ship's crew. And now here I am. Call me crazy, but I feel home, like a part of me was yearning to return, and finally has. 2832 AI. Staying for a time in Paradise was much needed after the journey here. A wonderful woman by the name of Cosmina was happy to give me some training for free. She would never say such a thing, but I think she just wants to help people survive this place. After saying my goodbyes and selling some things I no longer need, I'll be venturing onward to Solace Keep. I should be on the road with the new year. 2833 AI. My first day out of Dawnshore, and I'm veritably shaking with excitement. I'll miss some of the comforts and company of Paradise, but it will all be worth it. I had a very special visitor at my shop today. The envoy in the flesh. I'd heard so much about them. It was such an honor to make their acquaintance. I hope they find what they're looking for, and that I do as well. 2833, and here I thought the Deerwoodans were hospitable. Despite the difficulties they're facing, the Fiorans were incredible hosts. I hope things turn around in Emerald Stair. It is a deadly place, and I thank the gods for Cosmina's tutelage. I don't know if I'd have survived that sporling attack without it. At least got to see the envoy again. I felt safer with them around, and something else too. Almost like they were a part of this place, of the living lands, a part that blessedly didn't want me dead. Same year. I was excited for a change of pace, to leave the forests and bogs of Emerald Stair behind. If only I knew what awaited me. Shatterscarp is a lot of things, but none of them I would describe as pleasant. I saw strange magic near some ancient ruins across a vast chasm. Even stranger, I felt a chill wind wash over me, colder than anything I'd ever experienced back in Stalwart. That shouldn't happen in a desert. Despite it all, there was one shining moment during my time in this wretched place. The envoy found me again, and again I felt safer with them around. I don't know if their travels would take them to Solace Keep, but I would love nothing more than to meet them again and perhaps truly get to know them. A woman can dream. Same year. The moment I stepped into the blasted yet somehow beautiful wasteland of Gallowayne's tusks, I knew I had made the right choice. I can almost hear great-grandmother Marina's voice in my head, as if she's here with me, crying out with joy and celebrating in my triumph. Tonight I make camp in this abandoned homestead. I can see the keep shining ahead, a glorious beacon in the night. After a good night's rest, I will make my way there first thing in the morning. I'm nearly there. Nearly home. Well, that is really, really sad. You guys remember Marina. She was a shopkeep traveling salesperson who just like we read there, we met in Paradise, we met her in Emerald Stair, we met her in Shatterscarp, and then unfortunately we meet her here. I guess a victim of the xaurips that have moved in from the north and taken over these homesteads. So very sad that we were unable to save her, because she certainly thought a lot of the envoy. So yeah, it's pretty sad. That's real sad. I liked that character, you know. I liked running into her in all the places that we visited. Well, I need to end this episode here, and I want to be able to take my time to explore this place. Like you can see, there's some stuff down there that we're going to take a look at, but we'll do that in the next episode. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you had a good time. If you did, why don't you let me know? Leave me a like or a comment. Thanks for watching. I hope you join me again in the next episode.